This is adapt or fade. The choice is yours. If you're new to the CEO Masterclass, I am your guide, Rachel L. Gary. And who do I talk to here in the CEO Masterclass? CEO. C stands for being clear in their actions. E is empowered of your choices. And O is having ownership of your direction. And that is what makes you the CEO of my life. So I want you guys to know I am taping in a couple of places. So if my eyes are diverted, it just means I want to make sure I give everybody attention and everyone can feel the vibe and feel the energy that I am here to provide information that hopefully allows you to get rid of distractions and move forward towards goal achievement. So if you guys are ready, let's get ready. And remember, I'm only talking to CEOs. So if you're clear, you're empowered, and you're owning your direction, it's time to get started. So my first thought centers around mental flexibility and its critical role in personal development. So what I mean by mental flexibility is the ability to adjust your thinking based on new information, new experiences, and new perspectives. So it's all about being open-minded, curious, and willing to change your beliefs when presented with a new evidence. And why is that important? It's important because you have to know when to pivot. If you are doing something or in the process of walking through or moving towards a goal and a roadblock is in your way, if you are not willing to pivot towards finding a new direction around that roadblock, it will leave you overwhelmed, down, and allow you to stop even looking to reach your goals. And we don't want that to happen. And that's the reason for having that agility in your mind of being able to move, being able to pivot, being able to find a new roadmap, just like in construction. If you are a driver and you turn down a street and there is construction or any type of obstruction, what do? And that's what it's about having that mental agility and having that ability to understand when the information comes your way, when life challenges come your way, for you to take a new road, a new route, but do not give up on your ultimate goal to continually moving forward in your direction of having better tomorrows. So the impact of you not doing this. So when you don't cultivate mental flexibility, you become resilient, resentful, and your experiences lead you to be stifled. As I'm saying, I mean, at that point, you're paralyzed. There's no need to be paralyzed. It's the time to think, find a new strategy, find a new solution. Having that flexibility allows you to still move forward, allows you to understand new things, take in that new information, start a new plan, and continue moving forward. We're not giving up on our goals, and one roadblock or several roadblocks are not going to stop the progress that is on the other side, the achievement of a new life that's on the other side, because that is what you're going for when you set your goals. You're looking to have a better life, no matter what the goal is that you set. So the second thing that was on my mind was physical adaptability. And it's important to achieving your overall growth. So physical adaptability is the ability to adjust your body to different demands and environments. Now, I know this sounds funny. So it's really about maintaining your health, because we all know that when you are overweight, your body becomes sluggish. And a lot of times when we're thinking that about our bodies becoming sluggish, we're thinking more so about we just need to go work out. But have you noticed that if you feel tired physically, you emotionally feel tired? And if you are emotionally feeling tired, you don't feel like moving forward towards your goals. So a health plays a big part in that. Being physical health is often overlooked. It is. but it's a critical component of overall growth. A healthy body supports a healthy mind, and together they empower you to pursue your goals. Have that energy, have that vigor. And I'll use myself for instance, guys. I have the habit, and it's not a good habit, this is a bad habit, of sleeping 3 to 4 hours a day. When I don't get adequate sleep of 5 to 7 hours is adequate sleep. So if I get less than that, I am not mentally prepared. So if you're new to watching me, then that means you don't know about me going to the gym. So I used to be an avid person. I worked out 7 days a week, an hour every single day. And I hurt myself last year in February where I could not work out, which led to some health issues because I was no longer able to go to the gym. But I was still eating the amount of calories that were necessary for me to build up muscle. Which, if anyone knows, we all know about calories. If you have a calorie intake and you are not burning those calories off, your body holds those calories. So it took me a while to mentally adjust and say, okay, I have to eat less. No dieting. I don't believe in dieting. I believe in life changes. So no goals, no tools I give you will ever be something that is a temporary fix. I don't believe in temporary. I believe in, if we are making a commitment as CEOs of my life, then we are committed to making the mental switches. We are ready to adapt to things changing and evolving, not just making a small turn. I don't do anything small. I'm going grandiose. And at the end of the day, that is what allows you to be successful. When you make a mind shift and say, okay, I'm going to do X, Y, and Z, you start adapting yourself to doing those things. So that's why I don't believe in dieting. I believe in taking a holistic approach, figuring out what foods I like, figuring out how much of that food I can have. Because I don't, one more time, I do not eliminate food because I don't want to deprive myself of things that I want. I eliminate how much of that particular food I eat. So I would say you want to get your nutritionist. You want to get someone that's in the field. But some of the old food charts are antiquated. They have older information on it. And as people's body types have changed, that information is no longer valid. Now, as I said, I was a person who worked out 7 days a week. I'm getting back at it, guys. So you guys are going to see when I'm out here on my walks. I always start with start at the beginning. You must walk before you run. So I was used to running 3 miles a day. Now I'm back at least walking 2 miles a day. So that's a win. It was part of one of my commitments for the 7-day challenge. So if you guys want to check out the 7-day challenge, it is still in the feature section of the CEO Habits group, where myself and other individuals went on the 7-day commitment to ourselves to build and be consistent, to build confidence for success. So your health is very important to any goals you're setting. And if you adapt yourself to making those changes, not tweaks, changes, it will allow you to feel better when you're making a decision to start working towards being more mentally able to handle your goals. Success is yours. And the third thing, guys, I always save the best for last. The third thing is financial adaptability. Is a critical element of long-term success. So it is the ability to manage your finances effectively, adapt to changes in the economy, expenses, and financial goals. It's about being proactive and strategic with your financial planning. Hey, that was my fancy way of saying budgeting. But I also believe in living life. So I have a twofold way that I'm going to present it. So I present it this way, that you can budget the money you have, or you can figure out how to make more. I always err on the side of I'm going to figure out how to make more, because I don't, same way with my dieting, I don't diet. Same thing for my finances. I figure out ways to increase my finances as opposed to lessening the things I do, changing my quality of life, whereas I'm worried about if I can spend $1 here. Now, I don't live extravagantly. I own several properties in the Chicagoland area. I have been making multiple six figures a year for several years, and I do not own a car that costs me more than $30,000 ever. And it's not saying that having a fancier car is a bad thing. It's just, for me, I don't live extravagantly. So I don't feel that if I want to go on vacation, I'm not going to say, how much money do I have to save to go on vacation? I want to say, how much money do I need to make to go on vacation? Those different mindsets allow me to figure out what things, being adaptable, figure out what things need to change. What things do I have inside me that I can put out there? What kind of natural talents do I have? From that standpoint of what else can I do, then that way I pick up another side hustle. So my side hustle, I'll use, for instance, like I drive Lyft. So I drive Lyft for the purpose of paying my team. When I made a decision, I was starting to do inspirational leadership and having my coaching and mentorship program. I wanted to be able to provide a 5-star service. And I didn't want to be concerned about how much money I was making at the time for this particular business. So I drive Lyft to pay for those VAs and pay for the team and pay for the softwares that I utilize. So that's what I mean about having a financial plan. It's understanding what you want out of life and what are you willing to do to go get it. Most people will say that's a hustler. I've been hustling for 40 years then, because at the end of the day, I want to make sure that ends don't meet. I solder those ends together. And that's what you do when you're understanding your finances and how to utilize your finances in the most effective way possible. So you understand the tasks that you do very well, monetize those tasks you do very well, and move forward in having your best CEO life. It's not just about having a life, it's having a life that you are happy with, that you are comfortable in. And sometimes you have to be adaptable to things are changing around you, and to make those pivots when necessary. We're going to get to the part of the Q&A, what you guys have for me. You guys know I'm not going to sit here forever. I want to give you guys some quick information that I know is going to help you be successful. It's not about having a long drawn out process. It's all about making sure that I provide you exactly what you need to be successful. Question 1 is, in the face of change, how do you overcome the fear of the unknown and take decisive action to adapt? Whoever gave that question, awesome question. So how do you face the fear? If this is not your first time watching it, I'm going to always say it. Fear is fake evidence appearing real. A lot of times we are afraid of how things happened in the past. We're afraid of things that transpired previously. Remember, you're going to fail from time to time. Failure is not an end. Failure is the beginning. Failure allows you to learn, grow, and figure out what did not work. So do not be afraid of failure. Be afraid of not trying. Be afraid for not moving forward. Do not be fearful of a place you want to go, because the place you want to go is a successful level for you. And you moving forward towards it, stumbling, falling, staggering, stand back up and keep moving forward. So that is how you take a decisive action when something comes your way. So I hope that gave the answer that you guys were asking for. If not, always DM me, and from there, I always will come back and revert to that question to make sure I provide a little more details if that's what's necessary. So question 2, what mindset shifts are critical for embracing adoption instead of resisting it? And how can these shifts be cultivated? That's a good question. So mindset wise. The first thing is that you have to be ready that things are going to happen. Embrace that things are going to happen. And while you're embracing those things that are happening, be prepared that some things are going to come your way that are going to be unknown. And how you prepare for the unknown is this: understanding how you adapt to situations, how challenges affect you. Is about being more self-aware. One of the S's inside my course. When you are aware of what challenges and how you are affected and how you react to those or respond to those, you can formulate a plan before anything comes your way. So you set yourself up for success by preparing your mind for that things can happen, or saying things will happen. It goes to the statement of you prepare for the worst and hope for the best. And when you prepare for the worst and the worst doesn't happen, you are ready for anything that comes in between. So that's the way for you allowing yourself to not resist being adaptability, but also just embracing adaptability. Because if you are adaptable to a situation, you are easier to work with. You are easily able to solve problems because you're already ready that a problem exists or a problem can happen, and you're ready to jump in with a solution. Hope that answers the question. Final question of the day. Question 3. How do you identify the key areas in your life or business that require adaptation? And what steps do you take to initiate and sustain these changes? Awesome question. So first off, if it's something within your business or your life in general, because it could be life or business, the solution will be the same. You want to, as you set a plan, you want to always, after executing that plan, you want to always go back and evaluate it. Evaluate what went well, what's going right, what's going wrong. And if there's data involved with it, remember, the numbers don't lie. So if there's any data that's involved with it, that gives you an opportunity to make more strategic choices because you have data to back up those choices. But if you don't have data and it just happens to be that you're seeing things are not working correctly, how you adapt to that is that you take that information and, as I said in the beginning, you pivot with the information to a new plan. And if you don't have all of the roadmap of that plan, you want to start slowly until you get the roadmap. Remember, life is full of trial and error. So you're not going to always have every answer. And don't stop because you don't have every answer. There's no analysis paralysis. Stay moving forward and learn along the way. So I hope that answered your question. We're going to talk a little bit about 7-day challenge that we just were on. And I want to talk to everybody. Man, we had an awesome 7-day challenge. If you guys missed it, go look at the replays. All of the replays are available every month. If you did not know about the 7-day challenge 2.0, the 7-day challenge 2.0 happens on the first week of every month. And in that 2.0 is where we come together as a community and hold each other accountable, encourage each other, and foster success. It was a great 7 days. There were so many people providing each other information, encouraging each other, giving people feedback. And as a community, we got through those 7 days with some success stories that we will be sharing at a later date. So make sure that you join the 7-day challenge. So the 7-day challenge is going every day. However, for the 2.0, when you need that help and support, 2.0 is the first full Monday of the month. Starts that Monday, goes through Sunday. So if, let's say that this month of August starts on the first of the month, starts on that Thursday. So that following Monday will be the first full week. So it's the first full week of the month. It will be posted. Look out for those posts. So I want to make sure that we talk about all of the events that we have coming up. So we talked about Pins Up, Goes Down. That is an in-person event in the Chicago area. So if you're not in the Chicago area and you're thinking of taking a trip, this might be the trip you want to take. Currently, we have a buy one, bring one to the event. So you get a 2-for-1. So bring a friend so you and your friend can be on the same page when you're having those conversations about reaching your goals. You have somebody that's accountable, that's holding you accountable, but is also has the same mind frame. You remember, you are the sum of the 5 people you spend the most time with. Bring one of your friends so you can cut that 5 people down to at least 2 of you guys in that circle are ready to help the other 3. I really appreciate you guys every week for coming out and supporting. Every week for coming and bringing those questions and allowing these questions. They're not just answering you. They also help other people as well. You were just the brave one that was ready to get an answer so you can move forward to better tomorrows. So until next week, I want you guys to like, comment, share this with other people. Let everybody know that I go live every Wednesday at 7:30. And tell them, be prepared with those great questions that not only help them, but also will help another individual. And until later, I want you guys to be up, out, and moving to the greatness we all know lies within who? You. Talk to you later, CEO.